Somebody said to me that if I were to stop right here, right now, and retire for the rest of my life from weightlifting, I'd still be a part of history. I'd still be remembered for what I was able to do. I feel like that's exactly what I need to not hear. I need to not listen to that, because it gives me a reason to, it gives me a reason to stop.
Can you get one out?
I got one out.
It's a little scale. I'm tracking exactly how much banana I ate. That was 131 grams of banana.
And you're allowed how many?
That's 2 grams off of what I predicted. So
pretty accurate, huh?
yeah.
Can I get a
Mic check. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, again, I know there's a camera in front of you, but we're gonna try to make this like a conversation, kind of like we did last time. All right, Camp, we're in Thailand.
Yeah. We're at the 2024 IWF World Cup in Phuket, Thailand. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a World Cup. The method for the prep generally doesn't change much. Most basic way to say it is just lift heavy and get ready to lift even more. Like that.
3 bites, baby.
The PR. Yeah, 8 days out.
Tuesday at 4.
Alright. Main goal for this meet is just be 100% sure that I make the Olympic team. besides that, just have fun.
The first day session of the day. It's the men's under 61 kilo category. We have an incredibly stacked field today.
After Worlds, it's kind of a bittersweet thing.
Powerful clean again.
So good.
He's got
Can he
it.
hold
He's
it? It's
holding
off to one side. He's turning.
Twisting a little. He's
And he
got
gets
it.
the down signal. Can you believe it?
Hampton Morris walks away from this competition with a gold medal in the clean and jerk.
First medal to win a gold in 52 years, something like that, a long time. But he also bombed out.
Unfortunately, he doesn't make a total, but a bittersweet victory for him there.
After Worlds in Saudi Arabia, I dropped out of the top 10.
After that, you were on the 11th spot after that?
Yeah, I dropped to 11th.
And then a few months pass, we go to Doha. Gets back on the OQR, I believe he was in 10th place. Not very comfortable. I feel like you're gonna get picked off again. After Doha, Hamp was just not in a good place. I don't know what's going on with him, I still don't.
I mean, I knew I was capable of getting back on the list. It was just a matter of getting to the comps and doing what I needed to do.
Hampton Morris from the USA. He's got a lot to do. He sits in 10th right now.
Yep, that was it. That looked great.
Oh, that's everything he needed to do here.
Best
in
snatch
Sofia,
we've seen
Bulgaria.
him do.
Oh my goodness.
This is unbelievable.
That's the best clean of his life.
Got a 297 total and is 7th on the OQR. This is the final one. He's really here to just protect his spot.
It feels like there's a lot more riding on this one. It's the last one before the Olympics. It really is do or die.
We thought he could have taken a shot at a stab at the world record, but he didn't.
No.
But maybe he's saving it.
Oh, it's just you came off your heels. That's all it, yeah. Yeah. Lead with the chest and be done. Yeah.
Your best training total?
311. Oh. Yeah. He was here. Got here 2 days ago. Feel like I handled it really well this time.
134 snatch, 170 clean and jerk, 176 missed close to 10th on clean and jerk. Pretty good.
And everybody's got wrong. And ain't nobody gone.
We are 6 days out right now. Really just getting ready. Yeah.
Don't try to go along. Don't say
I want to show the work I put in. More than that, I want to keep putting in work after this meet so that I can really show off in Paris.
I love to steal up
I got some t-shirts.
sorrow every day and every night.
Usually get some kind of souvenir
Yeah.
for me and family. I never really got nervous, ever. It's always been more excitement than nerves. Nerves are kind of, self-doubt, right? There's no room to doubt yourself in this sport. It's if you doubt, if you hesitate, pulling on a 400-pound clean, you're not gonna go well.
And you never found your way. And if you try and walk alone, you're already lost.
Introduction. So I'm Tripp Morris. I've been coaching weightlifting as long as Hamp's been lifting. Hamp needed a coach, so I started reaching out to people to teach him how to lift, and more for improving as an athlete in general, not to be a weightlifter. Didn't really find anybody. I found one person that had some type of program at the time. I was already his kind of disciplinarian at home, his dad. the person that made sure he got his homework done and his grades were staying up. And so I just kind of took off, tried to gather as much information as I could, and started learning about what I needed to know to coach him. Hamp started to approach American records, gosh, I think it was maybe 6 months after starting. But he was still playing soccer a lot. Every time he would get fouled, like scream, bloody murder, like his leg had gotten ripped off. I'm thinking to myself, he's looking forward to this national meet in Atlanta, and every time he'd go down, I'm like, oh my gosh, he just broke his ankle. Or so we kind of talked to him, like, hey, you know, like, you seem to really like weightlifting. We know you like soccer, but what if you get hurt playing soccer? Are you sure you want to? And he made the decision. So, like, okay, yeah, I think you're right. Like, I think I should just do one, and I should just do it really well. And
This loneliness won't get you through. You're gonna need to find a friend. You're gonna need to find some.
But we knew for a long time before that, maybe 6 months before that. So 6 months into it, we definitely knew he was going to be good. Didn't know how good.
Found love to steal or borrow. Say goodbye to pain and sorrow. Every day and every night. Every day and every night.
That's it. You're done. So he's been my weightlifting coach about 8 years, and before that he was my soccer coach because I was in the rec leagues. Yeah, he's just been with me from every single step of the way. Yeah, he and I are obviously very close. Really, I feel like he's the person that understands me most in the world.
So what makes Hamp Hamp? There are a lot of things there. Hamp is systematic, he's robotic, he likes consistency in his schedule and what he does. Even when he struggles with it being hard to do repeatedly, day after day, he still appreciates it. I think he also has this willingness to sacrifice. You know, he didn't go to prom. I think he went to one high school game, a high school football game. Went to a couple of like plays and things that his friends were in. That's it. That was his high school social life, was what those things that I just listed off. And he's always struggled to connect to himself, to understand himself and understand others. That actually turns out to be really good for weightlifting. That's a gift. It's truly a gift to not have those social pressures and those social stressors quite the same way that the rest of us do have. When you have all that sacrifice, you know, you don't mind going and getting in the sauna and doing, you know, an hour of stretching and things like that on a Friday night. You don't mind going to bed at 10 o'clock every single night. Every single night, that kid, he goes to bed, 10 o'clock. That kid's looking to go to bed so that he can start his day again, where he wakes up and comes in, he has his breakfast, he weighs himself every day, and then he goes and gets in the hyperbaric chamber for an hour, hour and a half, and then he gets out. I mean, like, who wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. Ant does it. He doesn't complain about it. Sometimes he gets stressed out because he can't get it all in, actually. That's what stresses Ant out. So that's what he does. He's growing as a person, you know, and he's starting to really, like, come out of his shell. I think so many people believe in that kid that it's really helped him a lot. Even the people that are like competing with him, I think really do believe in him. So, yeah.
Thank you. Forgot to pack a scoop for my whey, so I've been having to weigh out the protein powder. One of the most important lessons that my dad has taught me at a local weightlifting meet, I remember snatches, I think I went like 1 for 3, really upset about it. What he taught me was that I can't change anything that's already happened. I can only focus on what is in my control. You can learn from what's not in your control, but you can't change it. Don't think I really grasped that at the meet. I was still pretty upset going into clean and jerks. That's definitely been a process to apply that to my life. Yeah, even now it's something that I try to keep in mind.
Is it hard to separate dad and coach, to silo those things? And I would say smash together. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever been good at that. I'm good at it in other ways. But for this, no. Yeah, it's always the same. We started out pretty good, and then it got bad as he got a little older, and right now it's probably the best it's ever been.
What's on the mix today, the training mix?
Right now I'm listening to Tomorrow by Silverchair, Deftones, Kendrick, 90s rock, hip-hop, rap. It's my heavier mix. We've not been trying to separate it as much. Yeah, it's just felt more natural lately. I don't know what it is. You know, we obviously have disagree every once in a while. And that's natural for any father-son relationship, any coach-athlete relationship, just any relationship in general, really.
We both matured. Let me say it that way. I think we both matured in these roles that we're playing.
You're not going to reach.
I know. Get a better at than a team.
And we've gotten better at being a team over the years.
You know, we're both working towards the same thing, and there's really not much to disagree on. You know, even when there is some difference of opinion, we're both open to figuring out what's the right thing rather than what's the thing that one of us wants more.
Because, you know, sometimes dad being on the platform is a good thing. If I had just been coached that day, I'd just been barking at him to, oh, correct this. But I just walked over and had a little conversation with him, and I think it turned out to be better that way. Sometimes you don't need barking. Yeah, we're getting better at it, but it's still very much entwined. I know I started saying, no, it's completely smushed, but maybe it's starting to form, yeah.
I mean, he's always been just supportive anywhere that I need it. The things that I need to do sometimes aren't what I want to do in the moment. Not always going to be fun. Really is very helpful to have someone else there to hold you accountable. Really, I think that's the best way that you can support me, as both a coach and a dad.
I mentioned earlier, after Doha, Hamp was just not in a good place. I don't know what was going on with him. I still don't. He wasn't doing his recovery stuff. He wasn't training quite as hard. Something was clearly up with him. Want it became a cue in the clean and jerk for a reason. There's a lack of desire to make the jerk. We had some hard conversations.
The big misconception that pretty much everybody seems to have is that in order to be really great, you need to be strong. You can never have moments of weakness, but you can't improve like that. You need to acknowledge when you're having those moments of, this is hard and I'm not dealing with it well.
We have treated every meet as a work through meet, train through meet, because the goal isn't the meet that we're going to, right? The goal is the Olympics. And we're trying to keep building and make up for these, 2 or 3 years, or in the case of Leaf, I've been 10 years of development they've had to get better. We're trying to make up for it by working hard and training through everything. The squad's been hard on everybody. Beating the shit out of each other. How long have we been doing this? Since 2021? Right? I mean, that's what we've been doing. After his first national meet, and it was clear that he was going to make international teams, we've started to build all the sacrifices. It's just a pile of sacrifices next to a pile of opportunities. I don't know how many times I've asked the question to him. It's probably in the hundreds. Like, what do you want? What do you want from the sport? Do you want to be a really good local legend? Like, do you want to be, a really good national lifter? And then, his answer's always been, I want to be the best I can be.
I know that I'm good at this sport. Really, I need to see how good I can be. It's shifted from curiosity to, I feel it like it's what I'm meant to do,
Nate, I pressured him to like back off of weightlifting. And I lost. I mean, straight up. He is doing what he wants to do. But that means a standard. There is a standard there. Each one of those things comes with sacrifices, as I mentioned, but there are opportunities too. Like they're all the same. And if you say you want to be here, well, you better walk the walk too.
That standard that my dad holds me to, I feel has risen with those levels of competition. He's told me many, many times that if I wanted to, I could be a really, really good national level weightlifter. Just a lot more freedom with how I spend my time and my energy. Every time he's asked me that, I've told him that I want to be the best that I can be.
If that's what he wants, I'm going to do everything I can to help him be that. You asked me earlier, before, maybe not today, what I do for a living. I'm a scientist by training. I don't do science. I manage a team of scientists who are all incredibly competent. I don't go to their technical meetings if I can avoid it, because they lose all that ownership and fulfillment. It's the same with Hamp. He's got to make the choice what he wants to be. He's got to put in the work, and I'm going to be whatever I need to be to make Hamp successful, like I do with my scientists. I try to remove the hurdles. I try to take away the bullshit work, the stuff that nobody wants to do. I try to take it from him. I'm the one that sits there and hits the record button on the camera, right? Those are things people don't want to do, and I do it because that's the standard you've asked for. There's a standard for me too, because I'm trying to support, the people that I'm there to support.
Okay.
Go for it.
This is my food bag. I've got some just overpriced jerky, low sodium white chicken, and a lot of walnuts. This is like a third of what I'm gonna eat today. Probably get to eat a decent amount tomorrow. Just thinking about what my weight's at right now. This is all the water I'm gonna have with my shake today. And I've got casein right before I go to bed. Staring at the noodle shop.
Excited to eat?
Yeah.
No, I think Doha was actually an enlightening experience. It was just very clear that everyone is beatable. But, doing the 134, 137 is a junior world record. We got to stop saying that Hamp's bad at Snatch if he can snatch that. He just has to put it together on the platform now. We're talking medals now. We're talking medals at the Olympics. If he can make 130, he's dangerous for everybody. I don't think he realizes still to this moment that he's, a generational kind of lifter. And, well, in my mind he is. Maybe some people will disagree, but I think he is. Certainly a handful of people in a generation, he's in that handful.
The work's done.
Yeah.
It's all done.
Doing good.
The Hampton Morris team, one of the best prepared in weightlifting. You'll always see all of the supplies well laid out. There's a lot of bags involved, but nothing forgotten. And when you see coffee, you know it's Hamp's table.
Hello and welcome back to the 2024 IWF World Cup. So this is the men's 61 kilo A session and one of the most exciting categories in world weightlifting. From the USA, it's Hampton Morris. Next up, the Olympic champion, the world #1, it's Lee Farbin. He's got a battle on his hands. His teammate coming up a bit later. Next up, we have the world #5 from Georgia. It's Shota Mishvelidze. And here he is. It's another Olympic champion, multiple-time world champion, world record holder, but he's normally a 67. He's cut down to 61 now. It's Chen Lijun from China. Eko Irawan, a bit of a legend here from Indonesia, ranked #3 in the world.
That was at 6 minutes.
So Hampton Morris is going to be the first athlete out.
Oh wow, that's a big opener. 124.
Yeah.
Start, buddy.
Wow, that is strong.
That's the best.
Yeah, he
technically,
is.
I think we've ever seen him.
He's looking good.
Yeah. This will be a personal best for him in competition.
Morris.
130 is proving to be a big roadblock. So far, only 2 athletes have actually made it. This 130 would just really lock in one of his best performances in the snatch. I mean, the best he's had.
That's it.
It's
Chen
over.
Lijun is out. He's not going to the Olympic Games. Li
Wow.
Farbin is still the world #1.
146 on the bar now.
Yeah, he's going to have to
world
go
record.
for this.
He is the top dog.
Oh, yeah.
No one needs to challenge him.
And you know what? No one's going to, because now that Chen Lijun's out, Chen will presumably withdraw. Eko Irawan has withdrawn from the snatches, so he's 13 kilos behind. Hampton can't make that up. Lee Farbin's going to win by a long way, and actually, he's probably going to set another world record in the total.
Here's now Hampton Morris, 169, his opening attempt.
Oh, it's a press out.
So far, Hamp has never let me down.
So this is a junior world record clean and jerk.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it. That's it. It's a junior world record. Hampton Morris.
Lift.
Whoa. Okay.
173 for the total world record.
Hampton's going for 176 world record clean and jerk. He's put it in.
Yeah. I mean, that's the number. This would be historic for the United States. The last time an American broke a world record. This young man was not even born.
Yes, you can! Get after it, son!
And he's up with it. Goodness, Hampton Morris has set a senior world record. That is unbelievable, man.
That is extraordinary.
I think I can say that I'm proud of him. I don't know how he does what he does. I don't think I could have done it. Something that I'm certain I would not have been able to do with endless support. I hope that, keep in mind that everything, that all the pushing that he's felt from me is because I've tried to support him. I know that he's felt at times like, stop pushing me. I worry about that. I worry. And it's all been for doing something really special. And he definitely is doing something really special. It's something that I think only Hamp could have done. And proud of him. Just proud of him. I love him very much. He's a good kid, and I think most people see that. Yeah.
Really, I feel like really grateful for everything that he does for me. It's amazing that we can share this experience together. I've grown a lot the last 8 years. Really glad that he's been with me that whole time. Yeah.
Everybody's gotta run, and ain't nobody gonna hold you. And everybody needs someone. Don't try to go alone. Don't say I never told you. When you wake up tomorrow and your heart ain't feeling right, say goodbye to pain and sorrow every day and every night. I once heard somebody say, this is living don't come easy. You never find your way, and if you try and walk alone, you're already lost, believe me. And if the word rings true, and there's darkness before light, find somebody and get together, make love last forever, every day.